Ah, tá. Ele veio daqui, ó. A arma tá aqui, ó. Você pode segurar para mirar e pressione para atirar.
Vanished.
É que esse capítulo foi rápido, né? Porém, como eu não joguei o outro, não sei nada da história, eu não tô entendendo nada que tá acontecendo, cara. Bom, estamos chegando naquela cidade mais uma vez, né? De onde
Need to
nós
swing by the
paramos.
lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Vamos conhecer a cidade, então.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Lanchonete. Estamos indo à lanchonete.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Não lembro o que os botões fazem.
Don't know, don't care. How much did you have? Oh dear. Cute.
Xerife.
Let me guess. The FBI.
Não
Welcome to
diga,
Bright
né?
Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No. The Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Esses dois aqui são
We've looked through
o
the
pessoal que
case
testemunhou,
files.
né? O assassinato na floresta.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
Porque estavam em Cauldron Lake. Pode me contar
So
o que
what did
viram,
you
né?
see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Foram fazendo
What were you
no
doing at
lago.
Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was
Alan
down at the
Wake.
lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
Eu não joguei o primeiro, então eu não sei do que se trata. Não sei se eu... Não sei quem é o Alan Wake.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
Alan Wake é
They
o
were
protagonista do primeiro?
Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree. Cult of the tree. Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Vamos ver aqui.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. The cult of the tree. What aren't the bookers telling me?
Found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
Como é que ela tem esses poderes?
So you found something
Alguma
there,
coisa de
right?
nascença, será?
A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
O símbolo da seita, né, que ele tinha falado.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear friends.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl.
Aquele jeito de começar uma conversa, né?
I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Pô, do nada?
If you say so.
A mulher solta uma pedrada dessa e volta a servir café. Tá certo.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Peraí, preciso...
Well, KC, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a
Não
cult.
consigo voltar na mente
The
dela.
cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're
Da
not gonna
lenda.
find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests.
Os caras devem ser tudo da seita, né? Todo mundo envolvido.
Always draws a crowd, right?
Xerife,
Too true.
sociedade
More the
alta
merrier.
dessa cidade
Have a
aqui.
good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Examine o corpo de Nightingale. Vá à sala de
boss.
necropsia do
Corpse is
necrotério.
downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd
Mapa.
like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I'll be right with you, sir.
So this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Just here
Anything
to
you
pay
need,
my ticket.
just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Hey.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget.
Aqui, eu consegui acessar aqui. Esse aqui é um Golden Lake, esse é o mapa de onde eu tô agora. Isso aqui Não sei de onde é que é esse mapa. Bridge Falls. Eu quero ver se tem um perfil daquela mulher que a gente falou agora aqui. Casos. Isso aqui. Vasta de necropsia do necrotério. Acho que não tem nada dela pra ver por agora. Ou eu que não tô sabendo olhar. Aqui tem um símbolo, né? Dizendo que tem alguma coisa aqui, ó. Os Bookers descreveram vários agressores com máscaras de cervo, entoando cânticos e enfiando facas no cara.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Não, um cara isolado, né? A seita da árvore.
I need to know more about the code of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Membros da seita usavam máscaras de cervo. Isso aqui... Casos de fundos acumulam pistas sobre assuntos mais abrangentes em andamento.
Doesn't look right.
Não, ah, tá. Peraí. Que tipo de seita? Como assim? Mentalidade da seita. Membros da seita usam máscara de cervo. Peraí. Um colar da seita com um símbolo de triângulo. Qual é a meta? Quem está envolvido? Não sei onde essa imagem se encaixaria.
Think.
Tentar todos, até um ir. Símbolos da seita, então... Parece que tem 4 faltando. Encontre uma prova. Símbolos da seita, mentalidade da seita. Qual é a meta deles? Vamos voltar lá. Desceram aqui?
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Um cabo.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What
Causa da
other
morte.
clues can the body give me?
Causa da morte, coração arrancado, né?
They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing.
Escreveram no coração.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem.
Após a
It
morte?
doesn't add up.
Não faz.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
Escreveu no corpo do cara e no coração dele. E ele foi submergido depois de morto já.
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Asus, Nightingale.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Algo a descobrir no corpo. Texto borrado sobre a pele da vítima. Escritura ritual. Escrita ritual.
That's not right.
Causa da morte. Hematomas, ferimentos defensivos na vítima. Palavras ilegíveis no coração. Ah, tá, escritura ritual, né?
Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Causa do inchaço desconhecida. Tatuagens estranhas na pele e no coração. Uma página colocada na cavidade torácica. Não lembro dessa folha aqui não. Ela chegou a pegar essa folha aqui? Não lembro disso aqui. Ah, tá pegando a folha agora.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Caralho. Que isso, cara? Já era.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
Ele falou outra coisa, né? Vou fazer... eu vou te causar dor, né? Alguma coisa assim, né? Seria a tradução mais fiel. Vou fazer você sentir dor. Tente ficar na luz para os inimigos não detectarem você. Vou te encontrar. Tem uma coisa que eu posso usar aqui. Será que ele me mata aqui? O que eu tenho que fazer agora?
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Ela falou, só que eu não li. Refúgios vão restaurar parte da sua saúde. Se você sair ou atacar de um refúgio durante um combate, ele ficará indisponível temporariamente.
Gotta move. Now.
Ah, tá. Ele veio daqui, ó. A arma tá aqui, ó. Você pode segurar para mirar e pressione para atirar.
Vanished.
É que esse capítulo foi rápido, né? Porém, como eu não joguei o outro, não sei nada da história, eu não tô entendendo nada que tá acontecendo, cara. Enfim, se eu não apertasse pra continuar,
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Fomos atacados por homem morto.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
O que aconteceu com o
Right
xerife?
before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed
Muito provável,
anxious,
né?
like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Esse cara que fica narrando os acontecimentos aí, tudo indica que ela já esteve aqui,
The
né?
victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
Por que ele só levantou naquela hora? O que impediu ele de levantar antes, né? O roteiro? Vamos ver o que tem aqui. Em casos. A seita da árvore. Casey, a seita da árvore, está realizando rituais para criar monstros. Seria a meta da seita? Ritual da seita, qual é? Corpo, órgãos da vítima cobertos de escritas. Página encontrada dentro do peito. Parece escrita do ritual. Nightingale foi a única vítima que se tornou um monstro. Será?
Doesn't make sense.
Quem está envolvido? Símbolo da seita. Mentalidade da seita. Seria isso? Não. Vítima de homicídio da seita se tornou um monstro.
Doesn't look right.
Nightingale é a única vítima que se tornou um monstro. Por quê? É uma boa pergunta. Vou voltar lá. Páginas do manuscrito. Acho que foi aquela página que eu peguei no chão agora, né? Vamos ver mensagem. A vítima era um dos seus. O agente especial da FBI, Robert, desapareceu neste local 13 anos atrás. Agora ele aparece de repente, mas foi assassinado em um ritual brutal. No mesmo dia da chegada deles, e lá estava esta página, a primeira página que tinha encontrado, não a última. O primeiro passo rumo a profundezas aterrorizantes. Verdades secretas tremulando sob o limiar. Isso aqui seria o quê? A mensagem. Saga enfrenta Nightingale com luz. O que são os acontecimentos, né? Do capítulo, né? Convite. Deixa eu ver o que tem pra cá. A música que tava tocando na introdução. Deixa eu ver se tem mais alguma coisa por aqui. O Nightingale que morreu e as testemunhas. Seria a filha dela, né?
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
Será que essa menina tá viva mesmo?
If only the rest of the bureau knew what a softie Casey is.
O companheiro dela, o parceiro de trabalho. Seria o quê?
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
Com a tampa do sol solta. Enfim, vamos voltar lá. Deixa eu ver aqui... Como é que eu ia... Ah, tá. Descubra pra onde a Nightingale foi.
Must be locked from the other side.
O cara morreu fácil, filho. A gente passou por aqui, né? Tava trancado. Ué. Se quiser ajudar aí, amigo. Caso encerrado.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Porra. Então tá, né?
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Para onde Nightingale foi? Nightingale nos atacou. A saga estava de volta em Cauldron Lake. Um possuído, uma criatura de escuridão. Saga tinha que ir atrás de Nightingale. Dentro da justa posição. Seria difícil achar uma entrada. Eu também achei meio sem sentido. Vamos voltar a Cauldron Lake.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken.
Possuído.
We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Siga.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything?
They're a fine pair.
Good day. My client has been held here long enough.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous.
Speak to them or not?
We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, KC?
Smart choice, Anderson.
Nosso carro tá onde, filhão? Tá lá embaixo.
Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
Vê que tem que ir pela cidade, né?
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Vamos lá, meu parceiro. Dei uma volta pela cidade, mas não encontrei nada de interessante ali. O pessoal não conversa. Nada pra interagir.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Não, um maluco desapareceu. Coração. Um maluco desapareceu, né? E o corpo.
The page says
e
Nightingale's in something
o
called an
policial.
overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues.
Cara,
To solve the case.
se o Alan Wake, que escreveu essas cartas que a gente está encontrando, atende informação do futuro, né? Aquela mulher que encontrou ela na cafeteria também podia estar falando de algo do futuro.
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business, fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
Todo mundo tá envolvido.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
That's all I've got for the moment.
Não revelaram nada de importante.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance.
Breaker é aquele
I don't get
policial
the
lá.
feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from
acho que é por...
Nightingale?
Aqui mesmo.
Spontaneous combustion? I don't know what. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is.
Deixa eu colocar o símbolo lá. Deve dar pra colocar aquele símbolo ali símbolo que eu achei. Aqui, ó. Triângulo entalhado na mesa onde Nightingale foi encontrado. Não tem mais imagem pra cá. Só tinha aquela? Aqui só.
Yako, we're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis. Are you coming? No, Ilmo. I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine like an asshole. Oh dear, I know what
isso, cara?
means. Avaliar to the rescue. Bring out your inner Wolverine with Avaliar.
Cara.
Wow, this is the best party ever. Thanks, Avaliar. Avaliar is a traditional Finnish lager, and we drink it the Finnish way. At the bar while actively avoiding small talk with strangers. Getting blackout drunk on a boat during midsummer and trying not to drown. In the sauna, using your beer can to hide your pippeli from wandering eyes. Partaking in the Finnish tradition of kalsarikännit, drinking at home alone in your underwear with no intentions of going out.
It's not sad if it's intentional.
Avaliar, your Finnish drinking adventure starts here.
Wolverine. Doideira, cara. Pois é. Vamos ver o que tem pra cá, né? A noite tá caindo, é isso que eu tô vendo.
Bare feet.
Pegadas. Nightingale passou
I'll
por
see where these
aqui.
footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
A noite tá caindo, o jogo tá ficando sombrio. Uma coisa aqui pra subir. Mas ele veio pra cá. Bom, se você tá vendo esse vídeo e não tá de fone de ouvido, você não tá entendendo o que eu tô sentindo agora. Aí é fogo, cara.
A presence. Nightingale isn't far.
Nightingale não está longe. Não sei se merda vai aparecer aqui agora, cara. Negócio aqui. Bom, o jogo me deu munição. Como é que eu acesso aquela... Peraí. Ah, tá. Pistola, munição de pistola, pacote de pilhas. Analgésico. Ah, tá, embaixo... Peraí, tem alguma coisa aqui. O que é isso? Pegadas entrando na floresta. Pra onde Nightingale foi, né? Nightingale. Justa posição.
Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
Entendi muito bem, não. De qualquer jeito, esse merda vai aparecer aqui nesse lago, cara. Tô sentindo isso. Uma coisa aqui,
What is
ó.
that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree,
Para um
not
outro
out
mundo.
of it.
Então você pode ativar a intensidade da lanterna para aumentar o dano contra a escuridão e queimar a substância obscura.
My flashlight burned
Ah,
the
tá,
dark stuff away.
método de liberar o caminho, né?
Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the
Encontre a
overlap.
Witch's Hut. O que eu tenho aqui? A trilha de Nightingale levou a outra página. Uma luz intensa nada machucaria aqui. Havia objetos que chamavam a atenção de Saga, como se a luz os estivesse manifestando. O fusível estava instalado. Ele havia achado no meio das tralhas na floresta.
Light is the key.
O segredo é a
To stay
luz.
safe. But for something more to be revealed as well.
Nightingale atravessou a árvore e entrou em outro lugar.
Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale. I need to find the Witch's Hut.
Essa merda, o Witch's Hut, cara. Eu achei que isso aqui era uma passagem. Mas não é. Aqui não tem nada. Talvez eu tenha que voltar lá no meu parceiro também, né? Um excelente parceiro. Deixa eu vir nessa bosta aqui sozinho, né? Agora o tom começou a ficar esquisito de novo. Espero que esse bosta esteja lá pelo menos pra me receber.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
Yeah. Tá, siga Nightingale e encontre um lake. Encontre a Witch's Hut. Bote as luzes para funcionar na Witch's Hut. Encontre um fusível nos arredores. Isso, Witch's Hut, cara. Tô burro também, né, cara? Tem um mapa, não tem? Witch's Hut. Lá. Eu sigo reto. Pego a direita, esquerda. Por aqui mesmo. O reto seria aqui. Aqui mesmo. Era aqui atrás, ó. E agora é noite já, né? Deixa eu ver. Aqui é na esquerda. Não entra aqui não, minha filha. Tem um negócio aqui. Isso. O que seria isso aqui? Tá. Peguei o caminho errado, né? O Witch's Hut aqui, ó.
This is the witch's hut.
The Witch's Hut. Aqui morava a bruxa de Cauldron Lake. Cuidado, talvez o espírito dela ainda esteja assombrando este lugar. Espero que não.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
Tem nada aqui? Ué.
The fuse box is missing a fuse.
Tá faltando um
I need to
fusível.
find one to turn on the lights.
Encontre um fusível nos arredores. Tá.
This fuse is busted.
Friday.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
Tá. Inclusive eu já tenho, imagino que...
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books. But he really...
Não vou esperar, vou fazer isso agora não. Isso agora não, cara. Várias vezes, segure o botão de atirar para ativar o modo de disparo automático. Isso aumenta consideravelmente a cadência de tiro. Mais balas. Aumenta em 50% o tamanho do carregador. Outro tiro na cabeça. Acerte 2 tiros consecutivos na cabeça para atordoar o inimigo por mais tempo. Pra nenhum deles eu tenho ponto suficiente, né? Todo jogo que se preza agora vai aparecer alguém, né? Não. Ainda não tá na hora. Em algum momento desse vai aparecer um bicho pra me agarrar, cara. Investiga a casa.
Another page. Making progress.
Salvar rápido. A sala de descanso é um lugar... Eu não vou conseguir ler.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Witch's Hut, Cauldron Lake.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
Não, acho que eu não vi no caso que eu queria, era o último.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Deixa eu ver aqui. Área de Cauldron Lake. Seria aqui. Nos outros não parece ter nada novo. Realize o ritual para abrir a justa posição. Tá, como é que eu faço esse ritual? É que tem a minha pergunta aqui, só foi eu perguntar. Witch's Ladle, imenso diante da saga. De olho nela e na bruxa. O coração de Nightingale, uma massa morta e fria em sua mão.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue.
Era uma massa ou uma maçã?
Where is it now?
Coração.
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Nightingale. O coração.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
Coração.
heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
O coração do cara foi parar no... Que isso, cara? Eu vou deixar esse vídeo por aqui. Não se esqueça de compartilhar, curtir. Na próxima, a gente continua essa história.